Okay, today, as a midterm of reading for basic, I'm going to retell about Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a series of 7 fantasy novels written by British author J.K. Rowling. The novels chronicle the lives of a young wizard, Harry Potter, and his friend Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley, all of whom are students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The main story arc concerns Harry's struggle against Lord Voldemort, a dark wizard who attempts to become immortal. A patrol the wizard governing body known as the Ministry of Magic and subjugate all wizards or muggles, non-magical people. To the release of the first novel, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on 26 June 1997, the books have found immense popularity, positive reviews, and commercial success worldwide. They have attracted a wide adult audience as well as younger readers and are often considered cornerstones of modern young adult literature. As of February 2018, the books have sold more than 5 million copies, 500 million copies worldwide, making them the best-selling book series in history and have been translated into 80 languages. The last 4 books consecutively set records as the best-selling books in history, with the final installment selling roughly 11 million copies in the United States within 24 hours of its release. The plot. The central character in the series is Harry Potter, a boy who lives in the fictional town of Little Winchell, Surrey with his aunt, uncle, and cousin, the Dursleys, and discovers at the age of 11 that he is a wizard. Though he lives in the ordinary world of non-magical people, known as muggles, the wizarding world exists parallel to the Muggle world, albeit hidden and in secrecy. This magical ability is inborn in children with such abilities are invited to attend a specific magic school that teach the necessary skills to succeed in the wizarding world. Harry becomes a student at Hogwarts schools of witchcraft and wizardry and Wizarding Academy in Scotland, and it is here where most of the events in the series take place. As Harry develops through his adolescence, he learns to overcome the problems that face in medical, social, and emotional, including ordinary teenage challenges such as friendships, infatuation, romantic relationships, schoolworks, and exams, anxiety, depression, stress, and greater test of preparing himself for the confrontation that lies ahead in wizarding entails increasingly violent sex and wizarding world. Each novel chronicles one year in Harry's life during the period 1991 to 1998. The books also contain many flashbacks, which are frequently experienced by Harry, viewing the memories of other characters in a device called Pensive. The environment Rowling created is intimately connected to reality. The British magic account of the Harry Potter book is inspired by 1990s British culture, European folklore, classical mythology, and alchemy, incorporating objects and wildlife such as magic wand, magic plants, potions, spell, flying broomsticks, centaurs, and other magical creatures, and the Philosopher's Stone, which Harris created by Rowling, while the Fantasyland of Narnia is alternative universe, and the Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, mythic past, the wizarding world of Harry Potter exists parallel to the real world and contains magical version of the ordinary elements of everyday life. The action mostly set in Scotland, the West Country, Devon, London, and Surrey in the Southeast England. The world only accessible to wizard and magical being comprises a fragmented collection of overlooked hidden streets, ancient pubs, lonely containers, and secluded castles invisible to multiple populations. When the first novel of the series, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, opens, it is apparent that some significant event has taken in the Wizarding world, and even so very remarkable that even muggles, non-magical people, notice signs of it. The full background to this event and well as some of Harry's story, Harry learns that as a baby he witnessed his parents marred by the power of the Dark Wizard Dark Voldemort, more commonly known by the magical community as you know, who or he who must not be named, and Albus Dumbledore, a Marvel reader, who subsequently attempted to kill him as well. Instead of expected to happen, Harry survived to put on a lightest shed scar on his forehead as a memento of the attack, and Voldemort disappeared soon afterwards, gravely weakened by his own rewarding curse. As it inadvertent savior from Voldemort's reign of terror, Harry has become a living legend in the Wizarding world. However, all the others of the venerable and well-known wizard Albus Dumbledore, the orphan Harry had been placed in the home of his unprisonable relatives, the Dursley, who had kept him safe but treated him poorly, including confining him to a cupboard without meals and treating him as their servant. Hagrid then openly invited Harry to attend Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, a famous magic school in Scotland that educates young teenagers under medical development for 7 years, from age 11 to 17. With Hagrid's help, Harry prepared for undertakes his first year of study at Hogwarts. As Harry begins to explore the magical world, the reader is introduced to many of the primary locations used throughout the series. Harry makes of the main character and gains his two closest friends, Ron Weasley, a fine-looking member of Mansion's large, happy but poor Wizarding family, and Hermione Granger, a gifted, bright, and hardworking witch of non-magical parentage. Harry also encounters the school's potion master, Severus Snape, who is a conspicuously house Quidditch team, a sport in the Wizarding world played by British students. The first to conflicts with Harry's second confrontation with Lord Voldemort, who, in his quest to regain a body, yearns to gain the power of Philosopher's Stone, a substance that bestows everlasting life and turn any metal into pure gold. The series continues with Harry Potter's own Chamber of Secrets. During Harry's second year at Hogwarts, he and his friend is faced to get a 5-year-old mystery that appears uncannily related to recent sinister events at school. Ron's young sister, Ginny Weasley, enrolls in her first year at Hogwarts and finds an old notebook in her belongings which turned out to be a diary of a previous student from Marvel reader writing during World War II. His letter, referred to be Voldemort's younger self, is bent on writing the School of Madness, a derogatory term describing wizard and witch of non-magical parentage. The memory of Tom Riddle resides inside of the diary, and when Ginny begins to confide in the diary, Voldemort is able to possess her. Through the diary, Ginny acts on Voldemort's order and unconsciously opens the Chamber of Secrets, unleashing an ancient monster later revealed to be Basilisk, which begins to attack the students at Hogwarts. It kills those who make direct eye contact with it and petrifies those who look at it indirectly. The book also introduces a new defense against the dark arts feature, Gilderoy Lockhart, a high-pitched, cheerful, self-concentrated wizard with a precocious face that is turning out to be fraud. Harry discovers the prejudice exists in the Wizarding world through delving to the school's history and learns that Voldemort reign of terror was often directed at wizards and witches who were descended from Muggles. Okay, thanks for attention. Assalamualaikum.